Okay, we're back. It is, I believe, part 4.
5?
4 or 5.
Okay.
And you'll notice that Evan is actually not here anymore. He's actually behind the camera now because he's got a little bit of an issue with his voice. And he wanted me to talk about Fox bodies. So I'm Mark Wilson filling in for Evan. And what we're going to do, George, is we're just run down the road real quick and just give everybody a little education on these awesome Fox bodies that you have, because you have quite a collection.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a spread here. We've got, the 79 pace car, which came to me a couple years ago. A friend of mine was downsizing his collection and asked if I was interested in it. And you Fox body lovers know for a fact these things have gone absolutely crazy in value and are going to continue to go up. My friend Guy, who I got this car from, loved the memorabilia, loved taking these things to shows. And yeah, Evan, you're all over that little powered toy behind it, so I don't know what the...
You don't see many of these.
I don't know what the availability of that is and exists, but proud to have that with the car.
So 20,000 miles on the pace car, it looks like, around.
Yep.
It looks like the original interior, which on the Recaros is almost impossible to see original set.
Brutally beat. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's a good car.
Yeah, it looks like a great car. Everything's in great shape. Next to it, we've got a SVO.
Yes,
I'm going to guess 8,000 miles.
You already looked. You're cheating.
Oh, well, incredible. I mean, if you look at this car, it looks brand new. It really does. This is just gorgeous.
Testo North America is the world's largest manufacturer of handheld test and measurement instrumentation and software for HVAC, food safety, pharma compliance, and combustion analysis. And you can check out Testo at testo.com.
So how long have you had this car for?
I bought this car probably about 15 years ago. I don't have a recollection of what I paid for it, but it was probably a lot at the time. I just fell in love with it. Evan, if you can look in the back of the hatch, you'll see all the nomenclature and marketing stuff. And
this is an 85, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a beautiful car.
And they actually built a competition version too, right? Comp R?
Mm-hmm. Yep, had no AC, no power windows, no power locks. Pretty hot right now.
85.
Yeah. Then we have a Saleen here. This is actually one of my favorite color combinations for this car. Black with gold exterior and then the tan interior. I just don't think it gets better than this from a color combination standpoint.
Yeah, lucky to have this car, recent edition. Not a collector of Saleens, but from a Fox body standpoint, this is, I think, the right one to have.
Absolutely.
Mid-mileage car, but well-maintained, original paint. Not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. I know those rims kind of corroded really bad over a lifetime, so they're in pretty good shape. The interior is very nice.
Yeah, the tan interior just is awesome.
Yep.
It really is. And the flow fit seats look like they're in great shape.
Some of that bolt-on aftermarket parts that were put on this were a little challenging
Momo wheel.
To maintain, but no, it is.
Little fact that people don't know is that the Momo wheel actually has a horn in the middle of it, so the button for the horn still works in the middle.
Yeah.
Kind of a neat feature. And then next to it is what a lot of people consider to be the pinnacle of the Fox bodies, 93 Cobra.
I had one of these quite a while ago in teal.
Okay.
And I surrendered the car to a friend of mine who enjoyed it for quite a few years after that, and he got rid of it before they've gone crazy. This is a 10,000 mile example with the sunroof. Yeah, black being, the sinister color of the last iteration of the 93s, and this is the right one to have.
Yeah, and a lot
Mark's actually probably one of the most renowned experts on these because he had his hand in building these things.
Yeah.
And he raced one of these things.
Yeah, I raced a 93 Cobra R. And I've got a red 93 Cobra that I've had since new. It was actually an X-Ford test car. But what's crazy about these cars is before COVID, a lot of people sold them right before COVID. Mm-hmm. And the prices were pretty reasonable, actually. Mm-hmm. And then it was like in a matter of a year, every auction, you just watch the price go up and up and up. And now they're just in the stressor. This, 10,000 mile car, this is probably a $60,000 plus car.
You look online and they're going north of that now, Mark.
Yep, absolutely.
Absolutely. I don't know. Whatever the market will bear, I guess.
Yep.
Fortunate to have this one.
Yeah, great example. Different suspension. The intake, the engine had the GT40 heads, GT40 intake on it, larger throttle body, larger mass air meter.
There were differences on some of the Cobras just in the early and the late intakes, right?
There were. Yep, on the early cars, about the first 500 or so, they got a flat side to them. And then there's a little bump on it, which is for harmonics, we're told. So it's kind of a neat little feature that a lot of the early car people really are very proud of that feature. And those intakes are very, very coveted.
And then we have a feature car next to it.
Yep, next to it we've got a 93 feature car. There were actually two of these. There was the white and also the yellow. Mm-hmm. Is this one auto or stick? I didn't look.
Enjoy that extra pedal, Mark.
Of course. I wouldn't expect you to have it any other way if you had a choice.
Enjoy the mileage, Mark.
That is low miles. 1,700. Looks 17,000.
17,000.
17,000. Yeah, and the white interior, which is just it's held up great.
Then you had the 7-Up cars too.
Yep, you had 7-Up cars as well, exactly, which were that emerald green color with the white interior. So this is a great example. Absolutely fantastic. How long have you had this one for, George?
Bought this about 3 years ago, right before the rise. No, it wasn't a crystal ball kind of thing. It just came to me at the right time.
That's, you know what, you got to be lucky sometimes, right?
I was lucky with this car for sure. But again, something I'll never sell.
So,
yeah, I recently drove this to a local cruise-in, Ford-only cruise-in with a friend of mine that has a 5-liter coupe. And it was a nice road trip, probably 35 miles one way, and we got there and we decided to drive, similar cars. We've been good friends for about 25 years. And we parked next to each other, we sat up our chairs, and all of a sudden everybody came out of the woodwork and just started talking about the Foxbody cars. We were the only ones that had Foxbodies there.
Wow.
There were a lot of nice Fords, some Shelbys, some, big body Galaxies and everything, but, and some newer Mustangs, but
you look at in the 80s and early 90s, man, these were the cars, right?
I know. Andy and I were sitting there looking at each other going, wow, we spent 5 hours losing our voice talking to everybody about Foxbody stuff, so it was kind of fun.
It's crazy to see how they've just exploded.
Oh, it's good. It's really good. I mean, these cars were popular. A lot of people had them. A lot of people had them as their first car.
They're easy to work on and easy to go fast, right? So it's just a great car all around. It's great to see them. Just great to see the resurgence in them as well.
Yep.
Okay,
thanks.
So do we want to go and talk about some bosses?
Yeah, I think that's segment 5, right?
Segment 5?
Are we setting up for segment 5?
I think we are.
So let's take a quick break, chop it, and then we'll go to section 5, part 5.
Yeah.